everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm sorry it's been such a long time. Things got a bit crazy back then, didn't they? So let's try not to think about that, and instead we're going to make some delicious triple chocolate cookies today. Gone are the January diets, gone is the detoxing after Christmas. For me, I've got food is basically the only good thing in, well, not the good thing, it's very dramatic. Food is basically the one pleasure I have in my life right now, so let's not do the diets, let's eat some delicious comfort food, and I'll hopefully be sharing some of my favourite sweet treats and comfort food recipes with you guys over the next coming weeks. And the other good news I have to share is that the cafe will be reopening next week, next Friday, for our delivery service, which is similar to what we did last April. Just going to do delivery only for now, just to keep everyone safe, and we can be bringing you sausage rolls, cheese scones, all of our cakes, and I'm going to be working on some other bits and bobs to bring you as well, so keep an eye out on our social medias for all of that. And today let's get cracking on our triple chocolate cookies. So first thing I've done is I'm preheating the oven to 160 degrees, and I've also lined a baking tray. Now if you watched my last cookie video, you may remember that I made a flax egg, and if not, I'll just refresh your memory. So we've got some ground flaxseed here, which I got from Tesco. So basically a flax egg will act in a similar way to an egg in that it will group together and it will really help to bind the flour with all the fat. So yeah, that's basically what an egg does within cookies. So to make the flax egg, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of freshly boiled water. Just give that a quick stir, and we're doing this first so that it will thicken up nicely by the time we need it, and it will also cool down, which won't disrupt the rest of the bake. So whilst that's thickening, we're going to make a start on our wet ingredients first. For the wet ingredients, I'm using my trusty Flora block butter, just because I find it acts the most like butter, and I have just softened it for 10 seconds in the microwave because we're going to beat this all together. So first I'm going to add 110 grams of butter. The spread will work fine as well, but you may not get, you might find it spreads a little more in the oven because there's a lot more moisture in the spreads, whereas the block has got a lot less moisture, so it doesn't spread as much in the oven. Okay, so to the butter, I'm going to add 85 grams of soft brown sugar, and I'm going to add the same of dark brown sugar. Next we're going to add 3 tablespoons of milk. I'm just using unsweetened soy, but use whatever you've got, preferably unsweetened. Then we're going to add our flax egg, which has been cooling for a few minutes, and that's gone nice and gloopy. That's exactly how we want it. So now I'm going to get my electric whisk out, and we're going to whisk this together until it's really creamy and fluffy. This is what it looks at the moment, so we've got a long way to go. Okay, so this is what the mixture looks like after we've beaten it. It has curdled a little bit, but that's not a problem. We'll just, that will all come together once we've added the flour. I remember making cookies when I was little and always used to panic when we got to this stage after adding the eggs. So I'm actually a little bit encouraged to see that it's done the same. So let's add our dry ingredients and then bring this together. 165 grams of plain flour, okay, 50 grams of cocoa powder, then we're going to add half a teaspoon of baking soda, bicarbonate of soda, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. I just realised I forgot to add the vanilla essence as well, so I'm just going to pop that in. Just half a teaspoon of vanilla. Just put that in on the side. Sift that through. And I'm also going to add a big pinch of salt. Adding salt to your sweet bakes has revolutionised my baking. If you like me like salty and sweet things, then the salt really just brings out the sweetness, which sounds strange but it really does. You don't want to beat this again because that will overwork the gluten in the flour. which will lead to a tough cookie. So just fold it through. This is quite a stiff mixture because I've used that baking block instead of a spread. So it's got less moisture in it, but this will mean it will make a nice thick cookie. Okay, so that's our cookie dough. Looking lovely. I'm just gonna have a quick taste test. It tastes like childhood. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Alright, I'm very happy with that. Last thing I'm going to do is fold through my chocolate chips. Now they're triple chocolate cookies because I'm using white and milk chocolate chips. These little 25-gram bags from Tesco's are really good. If you can't use or find chocolate chips, just buy a block of Bourneville and chop it up nicely and fold that through, that would be fine. Or any other dark chocolate that's vegan, there's plenty out there. If you can't find chocolate chips, that is what I usually use. Right, I'm going to add 100 grams of chocolate in total. So that's 2 packets of white chocolate chips and 2 packets of milk chocolate chips. Pop them all in there, fold them through. And just like that, we've got triple chocolate cookie dough. My boyfriend is going to love me. Out the blue, boom, triple chocolate cookie, you're welcome. Right, let's get these portioned and shaped on our baking tray now. So usually I'd use an ice cream scoop for this, but I left mine at the cafe. So instead I'm just going to use a large teaspoon. I might have to get my hands dirty. Oh no, what a shame. And we're just going to scoop onto this tray. I mean, I'm not making it look particularly elegant because it's not. Make sure you've got a good 5 inches between them, just in case they do spread in the oven. That's absolutely fine, they'll still taste amazing. Keep going until we've used all of the batter. Making sure that there's a couple of chocolate chips at least in each spoon. But notice my camera slipping there. Sorry about that. I'm just going to finish doing these now. Right, I'm just going to level them off, make sure they're all the same size, which they look like they are to me. Just add a little bit here and there. Is that not the best tray of cookie dough you've ever seen? Last optional step, as I mentioned with the salt, I've got some flaky sea salt here. I'm just going to sprinkle a tiny bit over each. Because not only does it add a little nice crunch, it just really brings out the, well, it's like salted caramel, isn't it? Everyone loves salted caramel. But if you don't, then don't do this step. Okay, so these are now ready for the oven. I'm going to pop them in at 160 degrees for about 16 minutes and then check them, give them any extra if they need. So I'll see you once they're cooked. Still a little bit soft to the touch. So if I gave them much longer, I think they would harden and then again we'd have a tough cookie. I'm going to trust that they cool, which they're already cooling actually. I'm going to trust that they cool and that way we've got a lovely squidgy inside and a crispy outside. So I'm going to leave these for 5 minutes on the baking tray as they are, and then once they are a little bit harder I'm going to transfer them to a cooling rack, but I probably will have to have a little tester before that. Right, here's one out of the oven. Oh, look at that chocolate melt. Oh my god, that is a gooey damn cookie if ever I saw. It's definitely cooked though. I think this one's got a lot of chocolate in it, so it's oozing somewhat. Might be rude not to give this bad boy a try. That's good. There's so much chocolate. Look at that mouthful. Come on. Impossibly good. I mean, feel free to leave these to cool. I'm just too impatient to wait. And also, a warm cookie. I'll probably just get through the rest over the weekend, to be honest. Sorry, not sorry. Well, that's it for this week. A nice, quick, and very easy triple chocolate chip cookie recipe. Really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you make it yourselves. I love to see what you guys create from my recipes. It fills my little heart. So yeah, do send me a message. We're at Felix Day Greenhouse on Instagram and Facebook. And also hope to see you next week for cafe delivery. Again, we're starting on Friday and we'll post an update about that over the weekend. Yeah, check out our social medias for updates, and I will see you next week. I'm gonna do you a lasagna next week. So I look forward to that, and see you soon. Take care, bye.